What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video, and in today's video, guys, we are here on the Nidhoggr demonic beast to showcase a fairy team. Who would have thought, man? Fairies are now able to clear Nidhoggr demonic beast, guys. So for the team that we actually ran in today's video, it's going to be Beta, LR King, Alpha, and Garrod. Yes, I know, right? Garrod. Like, I did not expect to run Garrod in a demonic beast. But the idea of the team here is, guys, we have Garrod, which has double cancel stance. We have cancel stance on the attack card she has, and then we have cancel stance on the ultimate and buff removal, which is very, very important too. We have Alpha on the team, which is going to be our main DPS. We have LR King here to be a secondary DPS, but also providing, you know, some basic stat support and being able to do really good damage in his own right. And then we have Beta here providing the attack related stats, the defense related stats, and the basic stats for the entire team, guys. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You know, it is doable, right? If you just like think about it, you have buff strip with Garrod on the ultimate, you have cancel stance on the ultimate and the card, you have damage from Alpha, you have damage from King, you have healing from King, you have healing from Garrod as well. And then Beta is going to be providing you with more cleanse opportunities. So yeah, I mean, this team actually makes sense when you think about it, right? So yeah, let's hop in, guys, and let's show you guys the team setup and what we actually did. So you can see here as we go into the fight, we have Beta here on Tarmiel Link. Actually, I initially did Garrod on Tarmiel Link, but it wasn't really working out for me on the run, and so I had to swap it up. As you guys can see right here, I'm going to go back another second. You guys can see the main gear on the characters. On Beta here, it's my standard triple defense with recovery rate on the rune for the rolls, and then everyone else attack rate damage, HP, defense. So yeah, pretty standard, guys, in terms of the rest of the gear there. So yeah, let's hop in and let's show you guys what floor 1 was looking like. So yeah, I did put the video on ×2 speed just so that we're able to get through it a little bit quicker, guys, because this does take a little bit of time. Not to say that this team is like a slower team necessarily, but definitely one of those teams where I feel like you have to think a lot more than you would with, like, the standard meta team with, like, Goddess and with thing. Here, what I'm gonna do actually too is I'm gonna mute the audio since it does sound a little bit weird there, obviously sped up. So yeah, I mean, we'll let it rock. But yeah, as you guys can see, phase 1 turned. Yo, crazy, right? Phase 1, you can 1 turn it. And then yeah, right here we have some Garrod cancel stances, and yeah, you can see here we are about to hit some fairly good damage here. So yeah, we do the single target from Alpha, we get the cancel stance there with Garrod. Now our damage with Alpha is even more, and then remember, Garrod is actually going to be able to heal us. Now another thing that a lot of people might forget is Garrod's passive allows you to heal more start of turn healing based on the amount of ultimate move gauge she has. So that is something that you could definitely do to, like, make it so that you're at that range where you have that like maximum ultimate move gauge, you hold on to the ultimate, and you have really good start of turn healing. Like, that's actually like a viable strategy, I think, in this. Obviously you do want to use the ultimate when you need to for like buff strip or cancel stance, but other than that, I mean, it seems like it's a fairly good strategy to do. And yeah, I mean, that is obviously a very cool thing that you're able to do with this team, guys. So yeah, right there we go for the ultimate just to remove the damage reduction right there, and then we get him very close to dying. We unfortunately do not kill that turn, and we have to stall it out a little bit longer there on that first or second phase there though, guys. But yeah, we are going to be able to finish it off right here with an attack from Alpha ultimate. And yeah, we're good to go. So now we're moving into the final phase here, guys, and for final phase, it's about the amount of gauge that you strip, right? So with our damage here, it's dependent on the ranks of skills, right? So we do the 2 rank 2s off the rip, and then I held off from going super crazy on that turn 1 right there. I wanted to make sure we get the kill, full heal, and all that. Yeah, and then making sure that Beta was the one to get targeted was also very important as well. And as you guys can see, start turn healing, insanely good. And also remember, I mean, Beta is doing that crazy start of turn healing because of the HP that you gain when you take damage, and then combo that with Garrod. I mean, your start of turn healing is insane, right? Like, you're actually getting like crazy healing. So very good, guys. So yeah, now moving into floor 2 phase 1, this is where we needed buff strip. So when I was initially building the team, I was like, okay, Garrod needs to be on the team because of her ultimate. Like, I actually had to bring Garrod just because of the ultimate and the fact she had cancel stance, which was both things that I needed in this fight to be successful. So I was like, okay, first thing I'm gonna do, rush ultimate on Garrod on this phase, and then we'll just get some chip damage in with the other characters, and we'll attack on the next turn with Alpha into the ultimate with Garrod to finish it off. And that's a pretty fair strategy, right? Like, it actually does work out pretty well for us. So yeah, we do take a fairly good amount of damage. We are going to start our turn heal a good amount. We're going to heal up our king anyway, and then we're going to go for the ultimate right there with Garad to fully strip the buffs right there, and we move into the you know, the next phase there, guys. So yeah, pretty seamless though, right? Like, I mean, it does kind of work out, you know, in our favor. This is pretty good. So yeah, we have cancel stance off the rip, which is really good. We do also get what's it called, like the infect when we do it on floor 2 phase 2. But I wasn't necessarily too worried about it. It leaves after the turn and we are full health already. Yeah, right there we do get ultimate move sealed on beta right there, but remember, beta does have a cleanse card. See, so you guys can see that this team actually has some viability. You know, not to say that this is like a very insane team on Nidhoggr or anything, but this is a usable team. Like, I mean, you know, if you have the characters built, give it a shot. You know, it actually does work, which is crazy. So yeah, right here, moving into this final phase, guys, this is where we needed damage, right? This is a very, very damage heavy phase. If you do not have the damage to do this, you are not beating this, right? Luckily, we do have a character called Alpha on the team, which Alpha does absurd damage on her single targets, especially when you build up those flash cuts. And so yeah, I mean, the whole idea for me was just kind of making sure that we get him less than that 50% every turn, and we're going to be dealing a lot of damage regardless. And I wasn't really worried about our damage because Alpha does so much on her single target. So yeah, just, you know, across the board, really, really good. And then yeah, I mean, remember, Garad's ultimate is buff strip, so this is where we were able to remove the damage reduction stacks, and she does also have a heal card too, which again, you know, is another thing that is going to be really good for us too. So I was like, okay, let's go for the heal, let's go for the attack right there with King. And then, oh no, I was like, okay, we got to make sure we get the gauge reduction, and then we go with the rank 1 right there, which the rank 1 was going to do a good amount of damage anyway, right? So we do the attack right there, 597k, really, really good. You know, I'm surprised this was working out. You know, I was doing the run and I was like, damn, this is actually like a viable strategy, and it actually does work out. So yeah, gauge reduction again, just so that he doesn't get off the ultimate. And remember, this is actually a really good strategy I did right here, guys. So remember, in the Holy Relic of Alpha, so right here, I'll let you guys see. I'll pause it right there. Alpha's Holy Relic makes it so that when you get a kill, right, you actually cleanse debuffs and you heal 50% of your maximum HP. So right here, you know, going into that turn right there, my HP is not looking too good. Like, I'm finishing off this phase, it's not looking good. I don't have a heal card. It just doesn't look like I'm going to be able to consistently go through. And as I get the kill right there with Alpha, we get the full heal, and look at the team. Full health across the board. So this is actually a viable team, guys. It's insane, but it is, right? And the fact that you are able to do this, it goes to show, like, this is actually a team that I think could work for this. And so yeah, right here, remember on this fight of Nidhoggr, right? For a team to be actually good on this fight, it has to one phase, floor 3 phase 1, where you have to one-shot it in one turn. Right, so this combo of cards right here, look what it does, guys. Look what it does in one turn. Right, so we do the attack right there with Alpha, single target with King, and Alpha kills in one turn. So we do not have to stall. We do not have to do any of those other shenanigans. We actually just move into phase 2 and we're good to go. So yeah, I mean, that is a really, really good thing that this team is able to do, is you're able to get into that first phase very, very quickly. You just do one turn and then you're good to go. I will say though that this phase 2 was a little bit scary. I'll be honest. This was definitely not as seamless as that phase 1 was. The phase 2 definitely being a lot worse because of the amount of damage we're doing and the fact that sometimes you just don't get the DPS cards you need. Like, look at my hand right here, guys. We had one attack card with King, right? Like, we had no damage here. So yeah, a lot of the turns on this phase 2 is a lot of stalling, you know, making sure we have cancel stance ready, and, you know, just being able to use that in tandem, you know, with the cards that we got. That is pretty much the strategy right there. Whenever the boss was going for a cancel stance, I was like, okay, I have to make sure I get a Garad ultimate or I have a cancel stance ready. So it was a little bit tough because I had to hold on to a lot of those cards. And yeah, I mean, other than that though, it was pretty seamless across the board. Like, as you guys can see, we're full health the entire way. Right here, this was a little bit scary right here. You can see the boss has his ultimate. We do have some darkness stacks kind of, you know, piling up on the team. But one thing to mention here with this ultimate is that it's not going to kill because he's not following up. He's going for the stand. So I was like, okay, this is a perfect turn where he can get off the ultimate and we don't need to do gauge reduction anyway. So I'm actually okay with him going for damage this turn, whereas we could just kind of chill, and then next turn we cleanse it. We have, you know, we have King cleanse, we have Beta cleanse, whatever. So we would be fine. So yeah, right here, guys, as the, you know, the extort hits us, we're like, okay, I mean, that obviously does like a fairly good chunk, but again, I wasn't really super concerned, because we were like, you know, we're gonna go for the cleanse with king, we're gonna go for the cancel stance, we go for the ultimate with beta, and then we actually do get the shadow buff now, and you know, because of that buff, I mean, the team's getting damage reduction. Unfortunately, beta, like, you know, herself does lose it, but for the rest of the team, it is good, right? We do get that buff, and it is very nice. So right here, I'm like, okay, is there a way we can go for the kill, move into the next phase? There was, but was it going to be, you know, like a good starting turn going into the final floor? Not really, because our hand, as you guys can see, is only Garrote attack cards, which Garrote is not doing damage. Let's be honest, right? Garrote is not going to be the one to deal damage. So right here, I'm like, okay, let's go for the king card. You know, we get a little bit of just kind of wasting our cards right here, because I had another one. I wasn't too worried about HP, because this phase, like, even though this phase is really a damage check, I wasn't really worried about my HP, right? Like, that's not that much of a concern on this phase. It's really only a concern once the boss gets his all stats buff, and that's when I was like, okay, this is gonna be a little bit you know, kind of tough, and it's not as consistent as like the goddess team or the unknown team once you're at this point in the fight. So yeah, I mean, you guys saw right there, we don't even get him less than 70% right there, which is where we would need if we want to strip 25% of his gauge. So yeah, I mean, again, guys, not the best team, definitely not. It is a viable team, and it is one that I think, you know, if you have this collab built, you have Garrote, you have LR King built, I mean, it can do it, you know, it can get the job done. Not to say that it would be better than my other teams that I already used on this fight, but it is one that I would say is viable. So right there, as you guys can see, we do get the ignites on us, and, you know, that is kind of, you know, a little bit annoying, but we do have cleanse, right? We do have cleanse. We have the cleanse card right there with king. We were gonna get the HP related up, and we dropped the ultimate. Bro, wait, this ultimate, the amount of damage it did, by the way, look at the damage on this ultimate. I thought this ultimate damage was a little crazy, actually. So I'll just like replay it so you guys can kind of see it here. Crazy damage here, guys. So 7.2 million. Is there a character on this fight that can do that much damage? I think it's only Mael, right? Mael's like the only character that can hit that hard, and Alpha's able to do it. So I mean, there you guys go, man. And yeah, we got you know, like, I think that's like a plane or something, or a helicopter. Yeah, no, yeah, very like good damage though across the board though, guys. Like, Alpha obviously hits very hard. I'm not concerned about her damage. It was really just the rest of the team. Yeah, I mean, 3 million right there, like, that is crazy, man. So yeah, her damage was really good. So yeah, now the boss getting the all stats, guys, is where we were a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie. This is where I was like, okay, you know, we might actually start losing some characters on the team. We might actually just lose the run entirely. And yeah, I mean, because of things like this, where, you know, you can get in a situation where you know, you're not really sure about your damage because of the fact that he gets his all stats, it's a little bit scary on this phase. And so you guys will also see he got stance, you know, he got stance up right here, and I have no cancel stance. So I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do? So I was like, okay, the only thing that I can do is stall out the stance, right? Stall out the stance, and we could even go for a gauge reduction, because even though it is reflect, as long as you do less damage than you have for your HP, you will live the reflect, right? You'll lifesteal it back. So I was like, okay, buff up with beta, gauge reduction, attack with king, and then we end turn. We end turn right there, stop the final card slot, and we just see what happens, right? I just wanted to kind of see, maybe we get some decent card draw, maybe we get a cancel stance card draw, something along those lines. I was kind of hoping for it. We do live right there, and we do not get any extra card draw, and I'm like, damn, man, it's looking a little bit not good for us here, guys. On this turn right here, I was a little bit scared, but we do we do prevail here. So you guys will see we do go for the Garrote heal, and I was like, okay, you know what, best thing we could do is just stall the turn and let him get his you know, his gauge back. Unfortunately, right, we can't attack. We need a you know, a cancel stance, and because of the situation we were in, I was like, I have to just kind of tank the turn. So yeah, we do let him go for the D rank, which merges Alpha back, goes for the ultimate, and as you guys can see, I mean, we're tanking that pretty well, right? Like, across the board, we definitely do tank that, and then we do go for the cleanse. We get a little bit damage off. And I'm like, okay, now we actually can, you know, continue from here. So we do go for the attacks right there with Alpha, follow up into her major attack. That gets him less than 70%. And now we just kill off with Alpha and her single target top deck. So yeah, guys, you can see it was a very close run. You know, we did get the cancel stance at the very end as well. And yeah, I mean, definitely close at the very end, but this is a team that can work, guys. So bear that in mind that this is not the best team. I won't say this is, you know, up there as like one of the better teams either, but the fact that I was able to clear this, I think is an accomplishment in itself, right? Fairy team on Nidhoggr. Who thought it would be possible in 2025 on Grand Cross? Like, I didn't expect it, you know, but because Eminence and Shadow were able to do it. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about the Fairy team on the Nidhoggr Demonic Beast in the comment section below. But that's going to be it, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.